What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Stash, Cash, or Pass. This is Keynote Comics, the place where you can discover comic books and comic book related content. And as usual, we are going to be talking about some books that are on the Hot 10 list from CBSI, Key Collector, and we haven't done I said Key Collector. That's exactly the one that I meant to not say. Cover Price, and we haven't had a Key Collector one in a minute. They do their jump like a little bit differently, and then actually they've been having a lot of repeating books, right? So
yeah,
we haven't really added them on there in a minute. And if it's books that we've already discussed, we're not adding them on there. This is actually from today's list for CBSI and Cover Price. They had plenty of books that we've already discussed before, so we've just left all those books off. We put all the new books on, and we're just basically going to talk about it. Give me 1 second.
No.
2 seconds.
That's cool. I'm actually going to do something
more seconds.
Different. Real quick.
But real quick, might have to give some people a little bit of time. Looks like we are a little bit empty right now. We are 4 minutes late. I blame somebody. I don't know who, but I blame somebody.
Who do you blame?
There's a lot of stuff going on in the comic book world right now. Well, actually, probably not a lot, but we've had some decent updates, and then things that have kind of been speculated upon, not necessarily confirmed just yet. Why is this not on here? And if you have not taken the time to check out WandaVision yet, we already got 3 episodes out now. They did put out a new episode. I didn't realize they were going to do that, and I guess it makes sense. I had a discussion with him earlier today where he basically stated, they did that for the Mandalorian first season, where they dropped 2 episodes first for the opening, and then continued with the one singular episode after that. It did not disappoint. If you enjoyed the first 2 episodes, you're more than likely going to enjoy this next episode. It's keeping the, pretty similar formula, and the story's definitely going to be getting interesting. I don't know why I can't find this. There we go. I think that's correct.
I just want to know that if we're here and no one else is here, or was I really late?
Oh no, I never said that you were late. I said somebody was.
No.
I said I blame somebody. I still blame somebody. It might not be anybody's fault, but I blame somebody.
Fair. That's fair enough.
Issue 7. Alright. I guess we're not going to wait any further. So basically, this is a very short list today. We're going to be just covering the CBSI list and the Cover Price list. Cover Price, we got 1 book. CBSI, we probably got about 4, 5. But I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll get into it. So, we're going to start off the first with the CBSI list, and it's going to start off with Dr. Aphra, number 7. This is from 2021, the Jenny Fearson 1-in-25 ratio variant. Now, this book is currently, at this point in time, going for $150 to $175. And at this point, we just got to admit, Dr. Aphra stuff is hot. It is what it is. People love this character. People love this story. I completely forgot to read I'm supposed to do that when I was on that whole 5-day vacation. Yeah, 5 days. I was off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I completely forgot to do that. So I will be doing this tomorrow for sure. And I'll let you guys know exactly how I'm feeling about Dr. Aphra. Is this going to change my opinion on how I feel about this character? Will I start trying to pick up the keys? We will see. The cover looks nice. Jenny Fearson usually does not fail. I don't think I've seen too many of her covers where I'm just like, nah, that's not dope. Is it as appealing to me as for other people? It really isn't, just because, like, once again, like I said, I have not fully found a connection to this character where I like it enough that I would go ahead and go out of my way to pay the secondary market price for it, but I can see the appeal for it. On top of that, there is a first appearance in here. I do not recall exactly the name of the first appearance for this book, but the question is, does the character within this book have enough staying power to, I guess, evaluate the current price of which it sits at, on top of it, being a ratio. But I think the carrying over of the fact that it's a 1 in 25 ratio variant for an artist that, people find to be very appealing is probably going to be more than enough for it to stay at least within this range of where it's currently at, on top of having that first appearance. So let's see where it goes. Maybe it'll continue to grow. Maybe it won't. We did mention last episode that there is going to be a Dr. Aphra series approaching for Disney Plus, that they're currently in the talks of working out and everything like that. And if this character tends to have some staying power, that's going to let you know that more than likely they could appear in the TV show, especially because the book is owned by Marvel. So more than likely they're going to take the Marvel content from this book and put it in the show. So for me personally, right now, it is a pass. I'm not going to chase this book. All right. So we're going to put that out there right now. But if I did pick it up within that reasonable time frame for, around the ratio price, this would be a stash for me.
Oh, it's a pass for me. It's a big pass.
Besides it being a Star Wars, what else do you not like? You messing with the cover? You not messing with the cover? You like Jenny Fearson? You don't like Jenny Fearson? You hate that ratio of 1 in 25?
The cover's cool. I'm good.
I think we'll get him one day.
Ew.
If we got you at some point, it doesn't count. So there needs to be a redo. All right. So to not linger on to this much longer, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next book, which is Ha Ha number 1. Now, this is the John Gallagher variant. I wasn't sure on this one. It's currently going for 150 plus. It is. Well, actually, I'm gonna take that back. I don't know. I wasn't able to find out whether or not this was, or I didn't find out whether or not this was a store exclusive, one of those variants. I think the cover looks dope. It looks like it's a nice one. You already mentioned last week for just even the regular cover for Ha Ha that we were both in on it. Or at least I know I said I was in on it. I was like, all right, because once Joel mentioned that, this has got connection to Ice Cream Man. Yeah. I was like, all right, I'm sold. I'm in. Okay. 1 in 50. This kind of goes back to that whole situation with Dr. Aphra. Now, we also can see that, I think this book can potentially have some pretty good staying power. Not only is it the number 1 for the series, it's a pretty dope cover variant with a dope artist on top of that again. And you can see this blackness, all the dark areas in this book. So depending on, the likelihood of how many are going to be within a good condition, I think that ratio is going to be a big determining factor on this book. And for me personally, I think it's going to determine be determined based off of whether or not this book is actually a store variant or not. I'm not really hard on the store variants and stuff like that. I usually try to stick to I guess the books that are coming exactly from the brand itself, whether it is Marvel, DC Comics, Image. I'm not really going off center from the ones that people are creating, even though those covers look completely dope, and I can definitely find and understand the appeal for them. I usually just try to stick to that. Every once in a while, I might go off path, which is exactly why we have, those Dark Knight Metal, covers. Sometimes it's something that appeals to me just so much that I'm just like, yeah, I gotta go for it. This is not on that limit. I honestly would prefer the if I was gonna go that route, I'd go for the Ronald McDonald one. I think that one just appealed to me a little bit more with that style and everything. But this one's honestly cool, pretty as well. Yeah, 150. I could rationalize it. I don't think I'm sold enough to go for it, so it would have to be a pass for me. But I could, find it at a decent price. Maybe it cools down. Sometimes a lot of these things with the new books, they get out right away.
Mm-hmm.
They're, the hot thing for a minute. Things cool down. They might come back a little bit, but who knows? If this story continues to be like the Ice Cream Man last time, or something is killing the children, this book honestly just might not even come down at all. So I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Right.
But if you copped it at it, I would say stash it. That's my opinion.
Yeah. So you could get both books for $25 on the store website.
Oh, so it's still
for
up there.
pre-order? No,
Okay.
Not right now. For pre-order when it was first live. So yeah.
So that's a big come up. Was it a store exclusive or was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was online store exclusive on what was it? Wanted Comics.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So yeah, you could get the trade dress for $10, and you could get what was it? The Virgin for $20, I believe, and then you could get both of them for $25.
Word.
So I mean, yeah, this is not my favorite one, so I probably wouldn't end up saying. I would cash this if you happen to have multiple copies, especially if you got the deal.
Yeah, because it wasn't that expensive. That's a pretty nice one.
Yeah, if you ended up spending $25 on it and you got the Virgin and the trade dress, then I'd sell this one and then keep that Virgin. Or vice versa if you want more money, and then especially you came up if you got the original cover as well, because that means you have 3.
Yeah.
So,
but let's take the time to say what's up to Joel. Joel just got in here, so thank you for being with us. Don't worry about being late. We're not even in here that deep. We basically really started at 7:34, 35. Maybe I was rambling for a little bit. I don't know. We'd have to kind of go back. So you're not really late. Joel says cash on this one. At that, he says cash that, ha ha.
Yeah.
So that I don't know if I'm reading that correctly.
It's a double entendre.
It might be bars.
But yeah, no, definitely cash, I would say. Because I don't think you're gonna regret it. Especially depending on what you end up doing with it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could turn that into something that's gonna be more solid for you, or something that you're genuinely interested in, then yeah.
Yeah, and I can definitely rationalize that. I think
he said you give me too much credit. Nah, everyone's dropping double entendres every day.
But yeah, no, I don't. These store exclusive variants, which sometimes they're not even really store exclusive. Sometimes it could be other people just doing the variants, and I think that's completely fine. There's definitely people that are gonna like them. Usually, from what I've seen, even those have really dope covers. They get really good artists to do it. I've made a rule for myself to kind of try and stray away from that market as much as possible, because there's already so many. Because like I'm already focused on whatever else is out there from the the regular distributor, and then you have that on top of that. And I'm just like, yo, there's so many. So I kind of just try to keep it simple. But like I said, every once in a while, there's some that appeals to me just so much that I'm just like, I can't resist it. I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. I've fallen for it a couple times. The Dark Knight Metal one, the Detective 1000 was it? Whose cover was that? I can't even remember, but it's the one that's got Poison Ivy, Catwoman, and Harley Quinn on the cover. But we did an unboxing for it, so if you guys want to look that up, it should be somewhere within our logs. But
wait, you talk about the Master Race, the one you have? The one you got?
For Detective Comics 1000, like when they had all those.
Oh, it was Art Germ.
Art Germ. Okay, yes,
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, so the Art Germ one. So like, yeah, like I said, every once in a while there'll be some of them that I'm like, all right, but I also get those within that kind of price range for like the $25, like when the pre-sale stuff. So it's not like I'm going out my way to buy them on, a secondary market level. So like, yeah, for the secondary market level, I myself cannot possibly go for this, but I do, once again, like the cover. I'm still gonna stick to what I said. I would stash this. I'd still hold on to it. I could see people rationalizing selling it. I don't think either one you could go wrong with either one. Especially $25, and you have the come up of at where it's currently sitting at of 150 plus. You could take that money and put it into something else.
Yeah.
Joel says, I couldn't see myself buying store exclusives on the secondary market. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
On top of that, the fact that you were saying that you were at the LCS today, you might have to let us know what you went ahead and picked up. We didn't go this Wednesday, and I didn't realize it until yesterday, and I was like, damn, like completely missed that. But I also I didn't even know what was coming out for this week.
The next Batman 2 came out. That's the book that I gotta pick up.
Word.
I don't think there's anything else that I was actually like big on getting that was released this week, but I do know that I'll probably have to make a trip up there.
I gotta really get back into this whole mood of picking up books now. Like we've picked up books. Slan has definitely picked up a lot more than I have, and at this point, like combined with our stuff, like just scattered everywhere, right in this area. Like,
Dr. Detective 2 came out too.
There's books
no,
just like sitting right here at this point.
Yeah, we got a lot of books, so I need a new short pen or a long.
Joe said I got some good stuff.
One or two.
I'll start with one. One Slan was on this week, and this is the Mosaic number 2. Oh, was that the?
Go.
Wait, that's not the variant that you have. That's for the one that you posted.
So I got so mine was Uncanny Inhumans 11. The Mosaic number 2 was it was one that was in the grab bag that I got.
Okay.
But he said he already had one, but he hadn't read it. But for $50, for 50 cents, he grabbed the number 2 as well. Yeah, good choice.
Honestly, you know what? I feel like people should probably keep an eye on that. It just seems it was. I mean, from what you were telling me, it wasn't a bad story at all. It was a fairly interesting character. It just didn't get the chance to last that long, but they always like to pick out the random ones to be making stuff for, and it's usually someone that has like some kind of something interesting to them. So, like, people.
The only thing that'll be hard for this one is that he's a new human or inhuman, so they really dropped the ball there. So,
but that it's Disney, and
but
the revival,
Kamala Khan.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe.
So they may actually try again.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll have to see where the story goes. He said, oh, okay, yeah. So that's what you were saying earlier. He has the number 1, and he picked up the second one for 50 cents. I need to go and check on him, because you know what? Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's thinking about it. And why not? I still need to go ahead and pick up that variant for the. That was for number 1, right?
For what?
The Putri variant.
No, it's Uncanny Inhumans 11.
Okay, well, regardless, I still got to pick that up. So, at some point. So let's go ahead and move on to this next one. So next book we have up is a book that I was actually mentioning last week. So this is the Star Wars High Republic #1. This is the I don't even. You want to go ahead and say that name for me?
Nope. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out how I got the wrong image in here, to be quite honest with you.
I'm pretty sure the last name is. I'm gonna just go ahead and try and say the last name and say Villanelli.
This happened.
Variant. So this is the one that I was speaking about last week, which this one I believe is a store exclusive one. They basically tried to recreate the or they didn't try. They did in a sense create a homage cover recreating the scene from or the cover from the first appearance of a Sokatana. You guys will see it once it gets up on the screen.
There we go.
This one, even when I think I spoke last week, I was like, I couldn't really go for it. It's not for me. This book currently at this point, I'm not even 100% sure. It's probably going for about 100 something. Let's see.
Ew.
But it was a pass for me.
That was a pass for me. You said $100? Ew, double ew.
Well, let's see. I'm checking right now. But yeah, so when I saw, yeah, nah, this is a big no for me. This is $350. I'm seeing a sale.
Cash.
$350, $399. Someone's got the Virgin variant plus the trade dress copy for setting up for $595.95. I see one for $800 for the trade dress plus the Virgin. So yeah, this is a no for me. $350 starting bid. Yeah, so I'm not that sold on it. I don't think it looks bad, but there's no wow factor for me to even be enticed to even potentially want to get that. So even if I was to see it, at the regular price at which it's sold for originally retail, I probably wouldn't have even gone for it either, because I didn't. I probably could have, but I just didn't even decide to do that at all because I was not that interested in it. So people are big on these High Republic books right now. They are spiking pretty high. I don't think they're going to calm down. I think they're going to continue to have a decent run. I don't think we're going to have crazy significant jumps, after this. But I guess that really depends on what, news gets dropped within the coming months. I think Disney has their earnings call coming up on like the 2nd or 7th next month. So news coming from that could potentially, if they say, hey, these are some characters that are going to be in it, this is some stuff that we're going to be doing for certain storylines, we'll just see where these things go.
It's still a no.
All right. Is this one Abbott? Abbott. Okay. So next book is Abbott #1. Basically, this book is currently going for $25 and up. The reason why it's spiking at this point is because it was optioned for a Paramount project. Off the cover, I'm interested. I've never even heard about this book, but off the cover, I'd be interested to actually read it. I don't know if I would say, I'm gonna go out my way to pay $25+ for it, and I say that only because I can't think off the top of my head of Paramount's, ratio of hits.
I don't think they have any misses.
So that's a good look right there.
Yeah. There was, I just totally forgot what it was called. The show that you watched with Taylor Kitsch, like Waco. There we go.
Oh, Waco.
Waco's on there. Yellowstone's on there. It gets pretty good reviews. That's pretty much it as far as scripted series, because other than that, they have like Ink Master and Bar Rescue.
Okay.
But I still hear no misses right there.
No. You're not wrong.
They used to be Spike. I think they had the Blade show. That might have been this.
Yeah, that's on something. I was supposed to watch that at some point.
Maybe it's on HBO Max. Nah, it couldn't be. I have no idea.
I can't remember. Yeah, I saw it somewhere. I don't know if it was like Hulu or something like that, which would probably make sense. Joel says higher isn't it, so again, I don't know if this is a double entendre. Because higher is in the book, but higher is because the price is so high. You're not doing it intentionally. I'm pretty sure of this, but it's working. He says I'll pass. I think. Yeah, I'm interested. Just off the fact that there is potential interest in creating something off of this. The cover interests me off the top of that, so I would shop around for this book. That's my opinion. So I'm gonna have to pass based off of the price, but I would shop around for it, see if I like it. I'm hearing that it is a good story from what I was reading, and if that case, then yeah, if I enjoy it, I'm gonna stash it.
All right. Well, it seems like a cool story. The person who's writing on Miles Morales' Spider-Man right now is the author, and as well as the Magnificent Miss Marvel.
Okay.
So
that's a good look.
Yeah. So, and I think that the story sounds pretty cool. Dealing with the paranormal and then gritty chain smoking detective. I don't think it's gonna last, so I would say pass. But I think it sounds cool. I think it might be one of those shows that is actually good, but didn't get the look that it deserved just because of the obscurity. Happy. Oh my. Oh. Yeah. So, I tortured myself and watched season 2, knowing that there was not going to be any more. Mm-hmm.
Joel says, "No, I was talking about the price of the Star Wars book when you were saying it was around $100." Yeah. I actually don't even know what it was going for retail price, and I mean, shout out to anyone that got it. If it was anything like the haha, variant at $25, like right. Yeah. Joel says he's passing on Abbott.
Yeah, it's a pass for me, but
if I had it, I'd stash it.
If I stumbled upon it and it was under $10, then I'd probably buy it.
Yeah, so like for where it's currently at, I'm not completely passing because, like I'm saying, I would shop around. So I would actually be on the lookout for this one. But yeah, if I did actually have it, I'd just keep it stashed. I wouldn't sell it right away.
I'd sell it when the show comes out, if it's fire.
The way they say it in the market, sell the news. Because I mean, at this point, it's not, it's still kind of up in the air. There was nothing stated that, they're shooting this right now. So at this point, anything could happen, So you wait until you get some full confirmation.
All I'm saying is if this gets Lupita Nyong'o starring in it, then I'm stashing.
You're sold. I figured.
Give me Lupita Nyong'o, then we in there.
So next book is going to be Black Cat from this year. This is the Adam Hughes 1 in 50 ratio variant. Currently going for $70. This was an automatic pass for me.
Hard pass.
But it wasn't because of the cover. The cover's fairly interesting. I kind of like it. I can kind of see the appeal for it. But I'm not going off of strictly ratio. Now this is something I wanted to bring up. I don't know who's reading Black Cat out here. And just because people aren't reading it and just because no one's mentioned something of far as a key event happening in this book does not mean that there isn't anything. A lot of people were not reading Shuri. I know I was one of the selected few people that was actually reading Shuri. And there's key books that are not on, people's radars from that series. Like, I believe it's the last issue, which is the first full appearance of Multi. Like, Multi's kind of mentioned and she never really gets to meet. I said Multi, Muti. He goes by Muti. So there's a guy and he has this ability to basically control electronics and stuff like that. And the way they were building up this character looks like he's got some continuation, ability within the Shuri series because it seems like they might potentially become a thing like boyfriend girlfriend type of situation, and yeah, nobody's talking about it. But when I read that first appearance of Collision, I was telling everybody Collision. And I was like, even this character has potential staying power because, like, the villain that they took on in that one was like, oh, I'm going to keep my eye on you because the kid was, like, super smart and knew how to build technology. And then he ended up becoming super close friends with Shuri after that. And Shuri ends up helping his family. And so I'm like, okay, if they continue to make a Shuri series, this could be a returning character. This could have some staying power. And people are not even looking at that at this point. And I think that's probably like the only other key besides the first issue that's on Key Collector at this point. So the Muti one's not. So if people get hip, this becomes a thing, and the character actually, gets interesting enough that people will start to be attracted. If people even start reading Shuri, I don't know. We'll see. But something to keep an eye out on.
All of that to say, this is a pass for you on Black Cat.
I know. I just definitely rambled, but I'm just saying, I'm basically trying to hint to the point where my perspective on the book may slightly change just a little bit if I knew exactly what was within the content.
Gotcha. Man, if like, these hints are so interesting, like. What was I looking at? Somebody was selling. I think it was an artist. Dang, I totally just forgot his name right now. But one of an artist that I follow on Instagram was selling MF Doom prints with palladium hits on the outside.
Interesting.
Dan Lish. There we go. I just remembered his name. Like, when I see that white outline on Black Cat, like, it pops because her hair is white, but they've like took out light from the image as a whole, so it's darker. So like that white really hits. If if that was like a foil outline and they had like a diamond, like, glossy texture in the Black Cat and in the diamonds, like I'd buy this just for the cover. But they didn't hit on the execution.
You'd hit on the 70?
Huh?
You hit for the $70?
If it had all of that in it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But not like this. Not like this. Not like this.
Are you referring to the Matrix?
No.
Okay, every time I hear someone say something in that form, I refer, in my mind, I'm stuck in, like, the Matrix, like when they start getting unplugged and stuff like that. And it was, like, that one chick, and she was like, not like this.
No.
You know what I'm talking about? Before, like, they're in the building before, like, all the agents come.
I think we had this conversation.
Oh, man.
I haven't seen The Matrix in a very long time, so.
It's like, when Morpheus jumps out of the wall.
Actually, no. Wasn't I watching it with you? Didn't we? No, I was watching it with, Esco was watching it.
Word.
Yeah, he was because he hadn't seen any of them. So he watched all of them.
I might have to do that.
But I didn't see the beginning. I started watching it towards the end of the movie.
Okay, so hold on. So Joel says that he said, I picked up an Oblivion song #1 at the LCS, which I think is really smart because I think people have kind of slept on that. It was hot for a minute and now it's died down. Actually, first off, it was hot when it first came out. It died down. And then it got hot again for a little bit, and then it died down again, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's thinking about it. This is probably the best time to get on Oblivion song. So I think you made a really great choice on that when he says, I'll just pepper in some of the books I got as we go. Okay.
Well, we only have one book left on this list, so
yeah, and I got a couple like
Family Guy is what I was referencing.
Got you. Yeah. He says, I like that Black Cat cover. I pass on that high ratio though, which I can completely understand. Yeah, like if it was, I want to like it more. Like I don't not like it. Like it's not even the cover. It's just, I just can't because it's just a ratio. Like
right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if they swagged it out like that.
No, I would be right there with you. Yeah, I think that would be really dope. But yeah, like there's even covers that I get that are strictly for just the cover, I usually have some kind of way to rationalize why I got it.
Mhm.
And I can't for the 70. Like, it's a 1 in 50, so yeah, it would have to be at least 50 or less.
Yeah.
I don't, maybe see what happens with it. Maybe this book might even come down, and because like if there's nothing that severe with it, maybe that is a possibility. And then of course there's always those books that the covers are just that fire that people really enjoy. Because like what the Iron Man book that we were all talking about, like a lot of us passed on it, and here it is sitting at $100+, and I'm just like, I didn't hate that cover. I just wasn't,
Tancon said she's dummy thick.
I guess that's enough. I mean, it's we need Tancon to let us know if Black Cat is dummy thick.
You can't see Black Cat's posterior in here. You can only see the cleavage. So.
Oh, see, Joel's with me. Joel said that he's with me on The Matrix. Not like this. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. See, I gotta watch that movie. Like, there's little movies now that I gotta watch for this year again because I have to do it as a yearly routine. So Matrix is one of them. Scott Pilgrim is another one. So
that's acceptable.
He says, I picked up Secret Wars books, 2 first appearances of Quake. Oh, see, I was so ahead of the curve on this one, and I didn't ever make a move on it because I didn't think that it was going to make a big deal. Like, that's one of those other books where it's just like, why now? Like, everyone knew that it existed. I was just like, oh, I got time, so let me get the priority stuff out the way. And now I honestly still don't think it's too expensive for where it's currently at right now, so I might have to try and make a move on it at some point. But yeah, no, that's another smart move. I'm right there with you on that one. I think that one was a stash from the jump. I honestly like the character Quake, Daisy Johnson, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so that would have been up my alley regardless. He says it's a dope Del Auto cover. Wait, what? That was a Del Auto cover?
Is he referring to this? Oh, I have no idea.
No. This was a Adam Hughes cover.
Okay, cool.
I think he's referring to the first appearance of Quake. I never paid attention to who the artist was on the first appearance of Quake, so that might be it.
Oh, and there's only one book left.
Yes, the last book. Oh, he says it says Del Auto on the cover. I will have to definitely check that again. I didn't even know. I was like, first appearance of Quake, I'm in. Like, I didn't even. It wasn't even about the art on the cover at that, but I messed with it. There's two copies, right? There's that black and white one, and then there's the one in color. So did you get both of those, or you just got one of this one specific style? Yeah, so we got that last book.
The last book is something that we're familiar with, actually.
Yeah, the last book is something that we've discussed, but different cover. But at the same time, I think we already specified what our thoughts were on the cover anyways at the same time. So next book is Future State Teen Titans, #1. First appearance of, well, in continuity, first appearance of Red X. I don't know why I was about to say Racer X, and I was like, that is so Speed
Go
Racer.
Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer. Yeah, good old Red X.
He said, "Nah, I have to pull it up."
not a robot.
Hold on. All right, I'll look it up. But yeah, we've already stated that this book is a stash for us. This is the variant cover, not the regular cover. So the variant cover is currently selling for about $20. I didn't. Oh my gosh! Now I'm even thinking about this. So all right, this is the thing. So when the books came out, or after they came out, because Slam went in the day that they came out, and they didn't have the variant covers there, and so we're like, what is going on? Because this is back to the Star Wars situation where they didn't have the variant covers, but they had them afterwards.
Yeah.
And so the next day, I literally call and I'm like, hey, did you guys either not get them on time? Did you have any at all? Or you just did not get any? And the guy was like, no. So I'm assuming that's no to every single question I just asked out of those three things.
Mm-hmm.
We go to the store, on the weekend?
Yeah.
And Slan finds one copy of the variant. If they never had it, how was there one there? So I don't know, man. I really want to think the best of Big Planet, but it honestly feels like something sketchy is going on there,
man. I mean, this one was cover price at least. Like,
yeah. So he was able to pick up one copy cover price. You already had bought one on secondary market, right? So through eBay. So how much you pay for that?
That was $6.99.
$6.99. So I picked up a copy secondary market because I really wanted it. Like I had already told you guys, I was like, "Yo, Red X, I'm in. I'm sold. It doesn't even matter." And mine actually just came today, so have it right here. Have not opened it. I picked it up for $12. Yeah, it was $12. So I paid a little bit more for it. But like, yo, if I don't know. Like, I just don't even know if I can count on them anymore at this point. So, but yeah, the variant cover is going for $20. I think that's very interesting because the regular copy is actually selling for a bit more, which is about $23. And that was actually the case when they first came out. The regular copy was selling for more. So I don't know if there's no huge appeal for the variant, which I can understand how some people may not like it. I liked it because it was a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
And for me personally, I could appreciate it. It has
that the movie cover layout, like the Endgame poster behind you.
Right. And then on top of that, like, I was like, yo, this is literally first appearance of new characters on the cover.
Yeah.
Might as well go for it. So I was already sold off of that. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys are messing with the variant or the regular cover more. Let us know which one. I would definitely be interested in taking a list of and getting an understanding like where people kind of sit at on this issue. But it is a stash for me. I don't know if I would necessarily chase it at the $20 range. I would see maybe actually I don't know. I think based off of this next issue, that's going to really determine how much more this is going to go up, because some people may not have gotten it and some people might be willing to take the chance on paying up above that. Me personally, I had to go in as soon as possible to make sure I'm not paying this much, because if we would have reached this point and I didn't pick it up already, I would have been like, nah.
Mm-hmm. And Joel says Teen Titans 2 is a pre-order at this point. Yeah, I feel like I should add that to my pull list right now.
Right, and when you told us about the second print, I tried to go and look for it, but Midtown didn't have it, and I think people had already started kind of amping it up a little bit on like eBay and stuff like that. So I'm gonna still shop around. I think I still got a little bit of time. And maybe I can get something decent on it. I already had to pre-order the Gwenom versus Carnage stuff because I really don't think people are hip, and I think that next issue is going to solidify things for what happened in that first issue. Character.
Oh man, dang! We loafed on the number 2. It's on wish list now. I'm gonna have to see if I can add it to a pull list. This is where you hit up the LCS and be like, "Hey, do y'all got this, right?"
All right. So yeah, no, it definitely says illustrated by Gabriel Delato. Let's see current prices. Ooh, this is an auction. I'm gonna be in this one.
I'm gonna grab this water real quick so I don't cough myself to death.
But yeah, no, see, these are not even bad prices. Some people, I think people are kind of sleeping on this right now, and they're gonna have an early a wake up call at some point. So we got a Secret Wars number 2 gold foiled appearance, first appearance of Quake. Starting bid right now is $14.99. It ends on Sunday, and yeah, I might be in that one too. Let's see. So, Joel, you might have just forced me to go ahead and cop. Now, there's one that's right here. Buy it now, $19.99. Someone has a lot for numbers 2 through 5. And right now, starting bid is at $14. It currently has one person bidding on it. Okay, someone's got a 9.8 copy of the sketch cover. It's currently got 10 bids sitting at $51. So I was so confused. Like, I don't even know. Like, the sketch one's a second print. So I don't know where people are sitting at, because here we go. We got a second print. Someone's got it. Buy it now for $19.99. Honestly, I'm going to probably try and cop both of them. I'm not even going to, like, waste time on it. Yikes. Someone's got a raw copy. Currently 16 bids, $61 is where it's sitting at right now. But makes no sense because there's one up for sale right now for $19. I mean, I guess you got to go look and see the condition of that one. But I think right now is probably the time to get this book for the first appearance of Quake. And probably don't want to wait on it too much. Oh, someone's got issues 1 through 4. Buy it now for $29.99. So yeah, something to definitely look into. And Joel said, "Oh, stash on the Teen Titans." He said, "I paid $15 for the Secret Wars, maybe a 9.4, which doesn't seem like a bad idea. I don't think that's a terrible price at all. I'm probably gonna end up paying at least $25. I'm gonna try not to go past that price, but if it comes down to it, and I think that the copy is good enough, I will go ahead and be down for that. Unless I somehow win an auction and get it for less than that. See what these graded copies are hitting for." Someone's got the sketch cover. Buy it now for $59.99 or best offer. So yeah, shop around, see what's going on out here for this one. And that is it. Honestly, for comic book news, not too much really going on. We got the Black Widow movie along with other, movies getting pushed back more. Allegedly. Well, I mean, yeah. So I mean, but see, this is something I wanted to bring up, is that I know they were so sure of themselves of being like, we're not going to make this a direct to consumer thing and theaters plus situation.
Mm-hmm.
But AT&T literally has their earnings call coming out next week on the 27th. If news gets out that AT&T's formula is working, I think there is a potential that they may reconsider. There'd be some potential that they may possibly reconsider. It's no guarantee, but I think that is something that they might,
I mean,
personal opinion.
I guess it just depends on how much, what do they stand to gain?
Right.
All right, so the HBO Max subscription base was low because there wasn't much that people wanted to watch on it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with the announcement of all these Disney Plus shows, I think that the people who have Disney Plus are more likely to keep it around because they know that after WandaVision they're going to get something else and so on and so forth. Whereas there's not so much TV on HBO Max, so
right.
It's like I think they're apples and oranges, but at the same time, I think you're also right where it's like if they make a ton more money, like if their usership goes up,
which is what I've been hearing,
300% or something like that,
the numbers have been going up. They're not Disney Plus numbers, but they're more than what people were expecting. And right. I think if they see that, they're gonna be like, "Oh crap, let's look into it."
Mm-hmm.
So,
but I think their stock is stable currently, and their streaming service seems to not be losing people right now. So I feel like it's at a point where they have the ability to, push back a little bit. I don't think all right, so I think it's supposed to come out in May.
Mm-hmm.
If they have to push it back to next year or November, then absolutely, then I feel like that's a push that they can't make. But if they have to push it back to July, then I can see that happening and working out in their benefit.
I think I saw something about Sony pushing back Morbius to next year. So
not to next year though, to October.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not okay. I think all right. I might have to check again, but I think I did October was the last time before but I think I saw something recently that they're saying they were gonna.
Wow, how more recently?
I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm gonna have to double check that. So
let's see. Check it right now.
Joel says next book, Star Wars #7, Boba Fett action figure sketch.
Boo.
He says sorry, saying it's a Star Wars. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I don't think I'm familiar with that cover.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, that was 23 hours ago.
Yeah.
They moved Morbius to 2022 and Uncharted.
Yikes. Oh.
And that's what happens when you don't have a streaming service.
Which is why I don't even understand how they didn't decide to try and partner up with somebody. Or at least kind of negotiate some form of deal, for distribution of their. Because Sony has some stuff, they got a catalog.
Like what? Name one thing.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Name another thing.
I can't think of the top of my head.
Exactly.
They got. I know they got some stuff. It's not coming to mind, but I know they got. I know there's been some Sony movies that I've been I mess with this.
No, I'm joking. They got some stuff.
So I guess after that we have The Walking Dead. They basically dropped a new trailer for the next season.
The final
season. I haven't checked it out, but maybe if the trailer is lit enough, I might consider trying to hop back in for that last time, last ride.
What does that even mean? You watched the last season, right?
I don't know if I didn't.
Or the season before.
You know how I get.
You got way further than anybody else in the world.
I don't know. I honestly I can't remember because sometimes I'd be just jumping into stuff and just rolling with it. So I don't even know.
Yep, it's gonna pop up on Netflix or something or Hulu, and you're gonna click it, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I watched this already. I saw all of this. All of these episodes I've seen already."
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah, of course.
And last thing is that they got Magic the Gathering coming in comic book form. What?
Ew. No.
Hey man,
look, Die already came out.
You're right. What a terrible time. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know who's right or who's working on it. So the little bit of artwork that I did see for it looked pretty cool and looked like it'd probably be my thing. I think if they can solidify with somebody that I'm familiar with writing some pretty good stories, I might check it out. Go ahead and cop that issue 1 and see how it's hitting.
I don't know why I pooped on Magic the Gathering as if I've played it or know anything about it.
I think I interpreted it as you did that because of Die.
I mean, yeah, but that's
right.
like Dungeons and Dragons apparently. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but Die is cool. I just got the trade.
I feel like Die is probably more Dungeons and Dragons because is it Die as in die or is it die as in a dice or
yes.
single dice?
Yes.
Okay, so then it's probably more Dungeons and Dragons related.
And also yes.
I don't think you use dice in Magic.
I've never played it.
I've played it because I had a friend that was really big into it, but
Loser.
I played Dungeons and Dragons, bro.
Loser.
I'm out here.
Yeah, you got a 20-sided die. I know.
I got a lot of them.
Loser.
They're somewhere.
I'm here to cyberbully Brandon today. Joel, if you play,
I played Hero Clicks. I think that was enough. I think if that didn't speak in it,
all of these are just loser tendencies. I played basketball. Maybe that's why you can't shoot. I don't know why this is mean. I'm gonna stop now. I'm gonna read.
First
Die.
off, I can't shoot because I don't play
for...
enough basketball. But when I get into the groove of things, and I get I have a shot.
No, he doesn't.
Far
His
range.
Form is awful.
My form may be awful, but I have shots, and I've proven it in those games when I get it.
Nah.
Yeah. Don't lie on the.
No.
Don't lie for the gram.
And no one has ever been confident of passing Brandon the basketball. But like I was saying, back to comics. Can I get back to comics, sir? Comic books and comic book related content. Keynote Comics.
With Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, and basketball. We've improved the channel now. It's a new evolution.
Die. I got the trade paperback. I also got the trade paperback for Something is Killing the Children. So I'm reading those. Well, I'm reading Something is Killing the Children, and then I'm going to go ahead and read Die. Something is Killing the Children is actually worth the hype. Joel, I think you read some of it. I don't know if you said you read it from one, or was that Department of Truth? I don't know. It's been so long. But the point is that I read the trade, and I'm going to end up buying issue 1. I think I'm gonna get it. Is kind of where I'm going with this.
What's your price
I
point?
have no idea how they're going to adapt it into a TV show or movie.
Because you're
from
literally
the
children.
First couple pages, because there are literally children being murdered. But yeah, no, I think I'm gonna get the first copy.
Joe says wait. Oh, but I'm behind. First, he says I've been ride or die with every Walking Dead season spinoff.
Ew.
Okay, I wasn't not. I just fell off of the original series, and then I watched the other episodes, and I wasn't like. I think my level of disappointment, which is to be expected, and it really it's just my personal thing, is that because so much of the original characters that you knew and loved from the very beginning kind of got killed off, or they went somewhere, type of thing. And so that's why I got lost, and on top of that, I wasn't staying consistent with watching it. So I lost track of that. And then I'm just coming back and I'm like, what do you mean they're gone? And so, yeah, that was my thing with that. But I honestly liked Fear of the Walking Dead more than I did Walking Dead. So.
You mean late Walking Dead?
Huh?
You like Fear of the Walking Dead better than the Shane seasons of Walking
Dead?
No.
Let's not confuse that.
Okay,
You're right.
Goat-worthy.
But yeah, so yeah. Later on stuff.
I feel that he did the stock. I mean, but hey, stock method or Bitcoin method. Hey, you were invested heavily into the show, and then it plummeted, and apparently it also got really good after that because they switched showrunners. So I think like season 7 or so, it just started getting good, or maybe season 8. But yeah, apparently it just started getting good. So congratulations, you're getting a good show that's gonna end and then get a Daryl spinoff. Yeah,
hey man, Daryl deserves it.
In a bunch of Rick movies.
There's gonna be more than one movie.
It's just like 4.
Oh
like
my!
4 Rick movies.
All right, I just learned something new today. I did not know that.
But I will never forget.
Joel says I have Die issues 1 through 9 or so, with some of them being the second and third prints.
I got the 4th. I got the 5th print of Die number 1.
I gotta read his trade, and I'm gonna see how I'm feeling. I'm more than likely. I'm more than likely gonna like it.
Yeah. You just read the first issue, and I know that you would be hooked. If you read the first issue when I got the 5th print, I think you would have kept it on your pull list. Like I think you would have went to the store to actually read it. Like,
word.
Yeah.
Dang. I don't know if I'm ready for this life. I got so much stuff to read. I've been reading some stuff. Okay. I know I haven't been reading stuff in a while, but I've been reading some stuff. I did read that Planet of the
Tales of Horror though. Oh.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I might not have even picked that up for you. I know it came from Barbarian because it's starting to come back to me a little bit more, but I don't remember why I got that. And I feel like maybe I saw something and I was like, oh, this is going. It might have been I came across it and I probably looked it up and was like, oh, this is going for like $25 or something. I was like, why not? Because whatever they had it at, and it was good copy.
Yeah, that's probably why you ended up buying it. Because like I said, I checked in and it was selling for like $15 to $20.
Picked up a Freddy Krueger book. What is the title of it?
Tales of Horror. Well, New Lines Tales of Horror.
Yeah, so apparently that book goes for a little bit of money.
Nightmare on Elm Street story and a Texas Chainsaw Massacre story.
Oh, okay, see, I didn't know that much, but yeah, so.
Jigsaw was on the cover. I mean, I said Jigsaw. Ha! Leatherface is on the cover.
Really? I thought that was Krueger.
They're both on the cover.
Oh, I must have definitely missed that. Okay.
Joe said, "I don't play D&D or Magic or any other fantasy games. I don't play it or watch any fantasy thing."
Hey, look, there's a reason why Stranger Things hit really close to home. So.
Do they play D&D in Stranger Things? I don't watch Stranger Things.
What?
Somebody
get this guy.
My room is right here.
Hey, man. Yo.
How many episodes of Stranger Things have I watched with you?
I don't know, man.
Probably like 4. Out of
Did you watch the first?
seasons.
Like, it's such a big thing within the first couple episodes.
I didn't watch any of the first season.
All right. He says, last book that I have to share from our LCS is A-Force number 1 in 25 Hans variant. Or Hans or Hans?
Probably Hans.
I'm going to say Hans because I feel like this is one of those Star Wars situations. Some people call Han Solo. Some people call him Han Solo. So,
but nobody calls him Hans Gruber.
No. First appearance of the Singularity, beautiful cover, and he says you'll see it on my IG in a bit. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and hold on. I'll figure this out. I failed on that. That was actually a book that I was supposed to pick up. It was actually at Barbarian in the back issues, and I messed around and didn't pick it up.
Okay, that's interesting.
Huh?
Alexander Babix has come in and said, Doomsday Clock sucks. No one should read Doomsday Clock, and no one should like it. That's a random... what's going on? Is there something that you would like to tell people to read as we close up for the day?
I actually did not read
Retcon Doomsday Clock.
I guess in relevance, we did start watching Watchmen.
True.
So yeah, we made it to episode 2 of Watchmen. We finished episode 1 of Legion. We've been trying to get into this stuff like that we completely missed out on.
And Joe said, "How do you really feel about Doomsday Clock?" You gotta retcon it. I mean, it's an event, so does it really even matter in the long run?
Wait, Doomsday Clock?
Yeah.
Nah. I think future
really
state
matter.
at this point is just like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, forget all that. That's what you knew, but this is now. So I'm just hoping that future state is successful. I know some people have not been feeling certain stories and stuff like that. I'm more than likely gonna be stuck on Teen Titans.
Yeah, no, the Teen Titans story was good. The next Batman number 1 was cool, but because they spoiled who Batman was, like I said, it kind of took away from it, in my opinion. I got to read this Swamp Thing and Green Lantern, and Justice League.
Oh, did you read? Did you read?
Oh, and then Dark Detective is dope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, did you cop that already?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna have to read that one too. Did you read Alexander's comment? He says, read Brat Pack, and he says it is awesome. It's an awesome comic.
Okay.
I'm actually not even familiar with that, so I'm gonna have to go look that up. So thank you for the recommendation. But yeah, I was gonna plug Joel's IG because it's Jody_20732. So you can go ahead and follow Joel out there. He's been posting more books than I have in like the past few years. So you know, and Joel's been. I've seen Joel. I've seen you out here with these keys. Like I'm a little bit jealous. You know, I'm just like, yo, what am I doing out here? I'm not doing enough. Like, I have not been going to the LCS enough to dig through the back issues and see what's out there.
But that's mostly it. Yeah, like I mean, I wouldn't say that Big Planet is the greatest place for back issues either. So
Alexander says, Joel, do not read Doomsday Clock. All right. I'm gonna put it like this. I didn't have an interest.
Oh yeah, I didn't read Wonder Woman either. So I got to read Wonder Woman.
Oh, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got mad copies of it though. So
I did read The Planet of the Symbiotes, which had that.
It has nothing to do with Future State.
It doesn't.
And you already said you read it. You're just rambling at this point.
I was trying to get off a list. What else did I read? I read the. So
we will not read Doomsday Clock.
we won't.
I have issue 1.
You have my word. I will not read Doomsday Clock.
And I was like, maybe I'll continue. Like, I was like, maybe I should just buy these. And I was gonna buy them, but they didn't have like the middle issues. So yeah, didn't buy Doomsday Clock. And now he says, watch the HBO Watchmen series. It is way better. That's what we're doing right now. We're slugging through.
Is that what it is?
Joe says, I'm
I guess that
enjoying
makes
the King
sense.
in Black run. Yeah, I got to read that too. It's on issue 3 now, right? Yeah, issue 3 just came out.
Eric copped issue 2. It's actually sitting over here. He left it here for me to
issue 3
read.
came out this week.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm behind. All right,
So
I gotta read that.
too.
Yeah. I read the Thunderbolts tie-in. I thought that was pretty cool. That was a nice. I mean, I wasn't reading Thunderbolts at the time, and I thought that was a really great introduction for me, and I thought it was very. It was a nice, interesting story. I don't want to spoil it, but it was some pretty good stuff, and I actually like where they're going for it. I'm probably gonna pick up that next issue as well because I'm trying to figure out why Osborn is going to be important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
hopefully that's not a spoiler, but yeah.
Joe says he has a red Thunderbolt. Okay, see ya, Alexander. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. Joe says that he's been reading a bunch of King in Black tie-ins, not Thunderbolts, though. Yeah, I was. All right, so I think we had this conversation when I was like, yo, are you gonna get the tie-ins? And you were like, they have a list of the books that are coming out, and you were like, yeah, I'll read the tie-ins. Yeah, it seems like the tie-ins are actually good.
From what I like the Gwynnum story, and apparently that was kind of surprising for a lot of people that did read it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, I didn't read any of the past Gwynnums, so I'm not really making the same connection with them. I thought that was a nice introduction as well for me.
Is there an actual? Now I'm gonna sound stupid because I don't know things. Is there a Gwynnum series?
The Ghost Spider. Yes, I believe so. Hold on. Let's see.
Okay, it's just a story arc. Got it. Cool.
Okay, all right. So yeah, so this would basically be the first thing for it, I guess. But yeah, so I thought that was good. I thought the Thunderbolts was good. I thought the Planets of the Symbiotes was pretty cool.
I am reading a lot more than I usually do. And
I still did not read.
Make a point of this year.
Slan read the Teen Titans Future State. I still have not read.
That's fire.
Read it yet, so I actually got to do that this weekend as well.
It's my favorite of the Future States, but like I said, I got a decent amount to read. This is judged off 3 books.
I need to start reading some of the indie stuff as well, so I can go ahead and knock that off the list. Is this real? This can't be real. Oh, these are beat. Oh wait, hold on.
He said bailed on Namor tie-in and missed Agents of Atlas. Well, you know Brandon's gonna bail on the Namor title before it even starts.
You know what? I'll make a dedication and make a promise this year that I will read some Namor.
Absolutely not. It goes against your whole personhood. All right. You know what?
Maybe
Fine.
I can be reconvinced because this is new Namor. This is not old school Namor that was just a jerk.
You read Namor and I'll read a Star War.
Deal.
Joe said, Brandon, are you about to buy something live? I see. We're not gonna stay on here for another hour, but if we were, I would, because I'm looking at a auction right now for a copy of Ice Cream Man #1. So
I'm honestly waiting on this.
It ends in exactly 1 hour.
You got me eyeing this Secret Wars. Oh, shout outs to whoever has this. Someone has issues 1 through 5 of the Secret Wars, in 9.8s. They have it for $699, or best offer. I'm not gonna be the person getting that, but that's pretty nice.
Oh, other pickups. So there will be an unboxing coming soon. I picked up All-Star Batman and Robin #8, the RRP cover.
Oh yeah, you did get that.
Yeah. Ended up buying that. That was a good pickup for a good price. Brandon's shuffling through books right now. Must have got something. Oh yeah, that's right, he did.
Yeah. So
hold on. Let me put you on the bigs.
Throw me on the big screen. I don't know if whatever's happening if it's done or not.
It's not. We're good now.
So you might have remembered I picked this up. So this is the Tomb of Dracula 25. So this is the first appearance of Hannibal King. I don't even know why I'm struggling on that one. So basically, I was trying to find a better copy. I'm still gonna have to find a better copy. Like these copies are not bad at all. This is probably about like an 8.5 or an 8.0. One of the two. I feel like that's where it's gonna fall in that range. But I copped that. This has been a book that I've been specking on. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and find another one. And I found another one which is actually better, but then it has like a slight issue down here that I didn't realize. And so it might possibly fall into that. It might hit a 9.0, so I got another one. But it was part of a lot, which actually came with issue 1, which is a book that I wanted to get, but it wasn't a priority book on my list. So I ended up getting this with it. I think it was like $150 or something like that. So, yeah. Oh, it's out of focus.
Yeah, I just put it in focus.
Okay, I don't. But yeah, so it's not a bad copy. It's got some stuff going on to it. I mean, both books are gonna definitely need a press, and this one does have. I don't know if that's a date writing on it, and that does have like a slight little small tear and everything like that. So this one honestly might come back at like a 6 or 6.5, something like that. If it comes back at a 7, cool. I'll be super ecstatic off of that. And then it also came with issues 58. Oops. And then also 65 as well. But these are probably like...
This camera will only autofocus for Batgirl.
Nah, it doesn't look too bad from what I can see. So yeah. So I ended up picking up those. Once again, I'm gonna have to. I want a 9.6 and the 25, the Tomb of Dracula 25. So I'm still gonna be on the lookout, but it's gonna be nice to have like those copies, because that book is really hard to find in a decent high grade. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for it. And yeah, thanks Joel, appreciate it. He said that's a great pickup. I'm gonna go ahead and open this Teen Titans thing, so I can finally just have it out and everything.
Oh, and I will be doing a fast track CGC submission, so we'll get another guest grade episode next week.
Oh yeah, of what?
I don't know yet. Maybe I'll wait another week and then I'll go live and we'll decide which books I should send.
I'm honestly thinking about considering to do that for the Tomb of Dracula 10 and go ahead and get that pressed and everything, just so I can finally know what it'll potentially come out to be.
Definitely not getting a book pressed by CGC. All I know is that first experience was a little too daunting for me. So, I mean, actually, I still have to try it out. But all right, so fast track for just a standard grade should be a lot quicker than it was when when I did it the first time and submitted in July and got it back in November or end of October.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. After the Baltimore Comic-Con books.
Oh, I didn't even tell the story behind the Tomb of Dracula books. Because you were talking about time of arrival and everything like
that's
that.
right. Which is crazy because usually you would have a long spiel about it.
Yeah, because I completely forget.
The fact that we are still on with only 6 books is wild. This is all for you, Joel.
So, with the Tomb of Dracula books, it's been like
Joe said I'm getting better and better books every week. Good. I need to start doing that. I see it. Like I said, I need to. Yeah, I'm gonna up my game up too. You know what?
I haven't even been posting.
Especially with this month doing the cover art challenge. I see the holes in my game, and I know where I have to fill in, and I'm getting ready. I'm gearing up. My roster is going to be elite. I'm telling you. Maybe not elite. This is gonna be all-star level though.
I also gotta get back to posting. I'm supposed to post some stuff already this week. I'm definitely gonna be posting some stuff tomorrow. But yeah. Story with the Tomb of Dracula is that it's been at least 2.5 weeks past due. I think it's supposed to come like on the 3rd or something.
Probably, because you got it before. My package was supposed to come on the 8th.
I got it like somewhere in December.
Yeah. You got it. I think you got it the last week of December.
Yeah. And so I think it was like 5 or 6 days after the day that it was supposed to arrive, I put in a claim for it. And so the person put in my information and everything, put in the claim for it, and so it showed up on eBay. And they were like, somebody's supposed to call you, and then nobody ended up ever calling me. Then 2 weeks go by, and nothing happened. So I'm just like, all right, what's going on? So then I reported again, and nothing really happens. And I'm thinking somebody's going to officially call me, and they don't. And so I'm like, all right, well, I guess I just got to wait and be patient. And so then it gets here, and it gets in the area, and then it says out for delivery. I'm like, oh, cool, I'm finally going to get this book. I don't end up getting the book because they try to say that it was not a secure location to be delivered. Meanwhile, this whole building is a secure location. We have, in the mail room, there's like 8 of those big boxes, or lock boxes, where they take the key from the box and put it in your mailbox to let you know that, oh, you got a package from whatever box it is. So 8 of them in there, and only 2 of them were utilized, and they didn't deliver the boxes in there. And then they didn't deliver it into the electronic locker that's in the building or the mailbox. And so then I had to call and let them know, hey, this person did this, and they're like, oh yeah, it was not going to be delivered. And so the person, they were like, oh, we'll schedule it for redelivery. Whole time, that same day that I made the call is the day that it ends up showing up when it was not supposed to be redelivered because they had already marked it as being not a secure location for delivery. And so I was like, I don't know if I should be happy that I got the book that day that I made the call, or if I should be more upset because I had to call in order to just get the book. And the whole thing is they put it in the mailbox. They put it in the actual mailbox, not any of the lockers because it was big enough. They put my books in there along with Slan's books that he had got from Midtown. So that just shows you And they were in the Gemini mailers. So 2 Gemini mailers could fit into the mailbox. Why was that not done in the first place? So, I don't know. That was my spiel.
I'm disgusted.
And then at the same time, we're home. Like, we work from home. So, it wasn't like they came up to our level and knocked on the door and was like, oh, nobody's home. Like, that wasn't the case either. So, I think that was the biggest fail. And sometimes people wonder why people are upset with USPS. I don't know if that's really a thing, though. People probably already know. And I don't want to, there's definitely got to be some USPS people that are out there putting in hard work. And for those that do, I commend you. I appreciate you. And those that don't, y'all should already know how I feel.
Great. All right. Okay, so that is a heck no. All right, so I am
Oh, Joel said I don't know if you read this part already because he says I enjoy you guys, and he says you missed the comment above the better and better books.
Oh.
Do you read that?
Nah.
Okay, so we might be. Hold on. Oh, he says I'm getting better and better books every.
Oh
week.
yeah, we do. We do have to figure out our battle. I'll contact you. Literally.
I gotta hit up Lando. I forgot to do that too. Okay.
Yeah. But no. Let's. Hey, well, you know what? We have a moment right now. Let's just do it live. Let's do these topics. So the way that I set it up is so it's 5 rounds. So I pick one, you pick one, I pick one, you pick one, and then we agree on the 5th one. So let's say let's see, what category do I want to choose? Let's say, all right,
nostalgia book. I don't know.
Don't choose my categories. Let's go. Yeah, look. You know what? I'll start it. What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm just here.
All right, let's start it off. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with favorite slab, first category. Favorite doesn't have to be your best one, just your favorite if you have them. I realize I'm talking to a delay, but I also have to write these down. Yeah, he said, yeah, slabs. Good.
Oh, it's delayed on my end. It just popped up saying I have slabs.
All right, so category 1 is favorite slab. And I will let you choose category 2. I am so hungry. Are we going to get these wings?
Sure.
Cool.
And then watch this Watchmen or Legion.
Favorite indie book, number 2. Brandon's like, thank God I'm not in this.
Do I have a favorite indie? Oh, man. Yeah, no, I gotta really think about that. I've got indie books for sure, but I don't know which one's my favorite.
So last time we did favorite 90s book. So this time I'm thinking category 3, favorite aughts book. So from 2000 to 2009.
So category 3.
Yeah. Category 3, like a hurricane.
Yeah.
So favorite 2000s book.
I sold mine.
You did. That's sad. He said, okay, on 2000s. Cool.
I'll probably get it back. I don't. Maybe. We'll see. The prices don't hit too high. People still have not realized that my book sold, and so someone literally sold a 9.4 signature series copy with more signatures than mine for less money. But I think the one thing that mine had the advantage of is it looked better because of the placement of the signature and
Gotcha.
the fact it was in gold ink versus just black ink.
Mm-hmm.
So, as long as that news does not hit, any of the big, information spots or anything like that, I think I should be in good shape. I'm gonna try and cop it for less at some point. Maybe I can get a higher grade, but I might have to just do a regular and not a signature series and have to go through the process again. It might be worth it. It was a good journey.
Okay, best key you bought for under $10. Oh,
I know.
That's a good one.
I feel like for me, it might be that rescue copy that I picked up at
But you sold it, right?
No, I still got it.
Oh, you still have it? Okay.
Yeah, I put it up as a bundle on eBay, but no one's touched it, and I was like, I'm cool with that. Like, if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. So last category is something joint. Brandon, what do you think? What should the last category be? I'll field your opinion right now. Also, make sure it's not something you want to do in your battle.
Nah. It's an 80s book.
He said we can agree on a Star Wars category, I'm sure.
You gotta save that for me. Actually, that's probably gonna have to be for me and Lando. 80s book.
80s book. I feel like we've done because that's Copper Age, right? We did Copper Age.
Okay,
but we could do 80s. 80s book. We didn't do specifically 80s.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
Yeah. I think both of our books were from the 90s. I'm good with anything Brandon picks. All right.
80s books. Or book. 80s book.
80s book. It is.
It means you gotta look at the pages and check the dates.
Yeah. So all right. So here's
I legit don't know which books I have from the 80s. Like, I might not even have any.
Here's a funny note. I think when we the first time we did this, we were both looking at like Copper. When we did our battle, that we had Copper Age books in it. We both picked books that weren't Copper Age books, and we had to just redo that part of the battle because
that shows our lack of basic comic book knowledge.
Yeah, because I think. Well, no, all right. So I think both of our books were from like I think both of our books were from like 92 or something. And the Copper
was that
Age
the one with the
ends in
Gambit?
91. I think it was the
Okay.
Gambit, and then the
Like
361.
I feel like
Amazing
that's terrible
Spider-Man
of me that
361.
I can identify certain books that fall within those, bronze, copper, silver, gold, all that stuff, but I don't know the timetable of the dates that represent, those styled books.
Right. All right. So favorite slab, favorite indie, favorite 2000s book, best key under $10, and 80s comic book. That's cool. I'm glad it's not Brandon. And he's like, all right, my category is most expensive book that you bought for over $5,000. I'm like,
Most expensive book of the year.
I'm like,
But the year just started. So
why would you do that to me? You know my books. He's like, yeah, my category is best Fantastic Four 52 copy. And I'm like, what?
So
I don't have it.
my goal for this year is to get a 9.6 signature series copy of Amazing Spider-Man 129.
There we go.
I don't know why I struggle with that. And then I'm also going to try and pick up a piece of original comic book art as well.
This will be fun. We just got to schedule it now, and then we'll be good.
But yeah, so I guess that is it for today. We've been on for quite some time at this point. 89 minutes, that's not bad to have such a short list.
Yeah. And now I'm going to get some wings. Wings, 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 wings.
The most I've paid for a book is what I think it was like 4,000 or 4,500, which is what I paid for the Fantastic Four 52.
Yeah.
For the signature series and everything like that. So yeah, that might be it.
I mean, it definitely should be.
Oh yeah, no, it is. And then every other book that I have became expensive after I purchased it, which is like the wild thing. Like, I didn't know Ultimate Fallout 4 was going to do that. I was supposed to get it earlier, but I just kept flaking because I was trying to get older books, and then I didn't even end up doing that.
So much flaking.
Yeah.
If I would have known that, like, the 9.2s would be at, like, over $2,000, I would have 100% bought that $400 copy that I was really upset at being $400. Like, I was vehemently upset. I was like, yo, like, high grades just sold for $400. Why are you putting this one with all the spine ticks up for $400? And they were just like, yeah. Okay, so he says Star Wars #1, 9.8 slab right now, around 925. Hasn't spent over $1,000 yet. That was my goal for this year, was to spend over $1,000 on a book. Wild goal, right? Like, I'd much prefer a book to just be worth over $1,000 after I buy it. But no, I just want to spend $1,000. That's what I feel like.
I feel like, all right, so.
But it can't be one of these books that Brandon has. I won't let it. It's going to be something cool.
Maybe,
I'm going to get this Werewolf by Night 32. That's pretty much it. This is what I've determined.
Good. I was telling him, I was like, yes, pull the trigger.
Joe says, my goal is to buy a collection this year. I'm trying to figure it out. You know, if you find something that's like you want to split it
We've
on.
been watching the Very Gary episode. Shout outs to Very Gary. I know he doesn't watch our stuff or anything like that, but yeah, we watch his stuff regularly through the week. But Mondays, Thursdays, when he does this, does he do stuff on Wednesdays as well?
Sometimes.
Okay. So, you know, if it pops up and we're like, oh, we find out, it's like, all right, go ahead. Of course, we don't watch it. I don't think I've been a part of any of his. No. I have not been a part of any of his live stuff.
He's live right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I've never been a part of his live stuff. I don't know, man. It's YouTube, bro. I'm pretty sure we follow him. It's just I'm missing out on a lot of people's stuff. So I've been getting good at being able to catch Just Rican stuff. I haven't caught any of Bub's live stuff, so I need to, you know, go ahead and pop in there. I caught some stuff afterwards, which he actually left a comment. I got to go reply to that, I believe.
Joe said, I could be down for the split. The owner of my LCS seems to buy everything available in the area, though. Yeah, that sounds about right.
You know what? Yeah. And Tom at Barbarian, I feel like he knows all the good stuff, because like I'll have, like, when I would go in there, I'd have conversations. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go in and I'm actually gonna be picking up this and that. He wouldn't tell me like what's in it, but he'd just be like, yeah, I'm on my way to go pick up a pretty decent collection and stuff like that. And what he does, I believe, is he takes some of the stuff and trades it with the people that are at the little mini conventions that they have, like the hotels and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what he basically does, and he goes and like trades with people and flips like that way. But yeah, no, that's actually one of our goals as well. We've been discussing it, but we just don't know the game well enough to like find people. Like, I check Craigslist and everything, but every time I find something, it's never like anything like really worth, you know, going all the way out to wherever it is for, or anything like that. And then the people that do have stuff are really into it, so they know the pricing like heavily on it. Like, I'm not trying to like get on over anybody, but I'm also not trying to like spend an arm and a leg. Like, the whole point is you buy it at a reasonable price where you know you can still make a little money, which is basically the same thing that the stores do when you're like, oh, I want to come in here and I want to sell you this book, and they're like, all right, I'll pay you this much, but they know they can still make a little bit off of that based off of whatever they're buying for. So the flip game is very interesting in that realm. So
I'll sell you Brandon's collection.
My collection is Interestingly enough, pricey, but not big. So, and it'll be getting bigger.
Yeah, he says, I feel like as part-timers, the only way is to offer a bit of a premium price over the LCS owners. Yeah, but I mean, finding them is going to be the hardest part because I
Yeah.
mean, like, so yeah, I might have to, infiltrate these. I said infiltrate. Might have to join these comic book groups, and yeah, figure it out. Joe said, I know I can't afford Brandon's collection yet.
Gary,
I $25.
I would cry. Like, I've always thought about that. I'm like, how long in my life am I gonna hold on to my books? And then, like, if I have kids or whatever, like, I feel like I gotta like pre-label and be like, don't sell over under X amount of money, and just have like sticky notes or something, like, be like, all right, this is that. I feel like I could feel myself rolling over in my grave and like, they sold it for $100.
I was looking at some app. I forgot what app it was. It was one of these apps, but in the app store, this guy was like, "Yeah, this is a really good app." It was a really good app. I just inherited a collection of over 30,000 comic books or something, so I needed a place to store to store the catalog and figure out the prices, and this was perfect for me. And I was like, I told Brandon, I was like, "Yo, I'm trying to figure out how I can comment on this and find this man and be like, hey, are you willing to let these go?"
Where were they at?
Huh?
Where were they located?
Oh, I have no idea. It was just a comment on the app, and I was just like, hey, if you're trying to sell, let me know. But
Oh, Joel, keep an eye out, because we have like old comic book comic book artists and stuff that are within the DMV area, and yeah, some of them might have stuff, or people might have some of their stuff up for sale. I was at Barbarian, and one day these construction worker guys came to the shop and wanted to sell some of this original artwork, and it was for one of the artists that did like stuff like back in like the 70s and stuff, like for Marvel and DC, and there's like all original stuff for it. I don't think there were any for like super key books, but regardless, keep an eye out for that, because yeah, they were doing work on the person's house, and then apparently I guess they just let the people have it or something like that. And I'm just like, yo, this is crazy, because I'm pretty sure like each individual piece would have been like $1,000 at least. So we that might be a game or thing to pursue. I'm definitely gonna be on the lookout for it. I can't remember what the artist's name was, but luckily the dude that worked at Barbarian is super knowledgeable with his comic book history and everything like that. He was like, oh, this is probably, the person came in and was like, oh yeah, we have this original comic book art. And he was like, yeah, we were doing construction over at this place, whatever. And he's like, oh, such and such art. He started naming like a few artists that lived in the area and who it could possibly be. And next thing you know, he goes and looks at the artwork, and lo and behold, it's, one of those artists that he actually named. So it's interesting what's out here, which is crazy, because like I feel like the amount of people that collect comic books out here, you would think you would find more hauls to pick up and everything like that, but it's just not the case. They're like the hidden gems out here, so you have to know people that know people and like network and stuff like that, which I guess makes sense, is what Gary was saying. Like, you kind of talk to people and it comes up in conversation, and people will be like, oh yeah, I know my grandfather or such and such has, comic books and stuff like that. Or I think he said he was also networking with his LCS to get certain moves as well. So
yeah, so I was just, so there's a bid going on right now for CBCS 9.6 Action Comics 521, and it's at like $49 or something. It says reserve not met. So I was like, I wonder what the reserve is. So I contacted the person. I was like, what's your reserve, and would you do a buy it now? And they just responded, my buy, I would sell it, buy it now for $200. And I was like, no, no, that doesn't make sense. So I just responded. I was like, yeah, that's $60 over fair market value for a CGC graded book, and I'm just gonna crack the slab and get it submitted to CGC. So I was like, yeah, nah, I can't do that. And they were just like, no problem. And I'm just like, I'm gonna still bid on it to see if it's a reserve.
Just to see if it's under that price.
Yeah, because if it's like reserve not met, then it's whatever. But if it hits like reserve, if it hits the reserve price at like $116 or something, yeah, now I'm buying it. But yeah, all right, we're gonna get these wings.
Okay,
that's it.
Right.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. So thanks Joel for coming in. Just, staying with us as usual.
Thank you, Alexander, for letting us know not to read Doomsday Clock
and stopping by as well. So shout out to everyone that's gonna go ahead and check this out in the playback. And yeah, as usual, like, subscribe. Again, comment with anything. If you're watching this, be sure to comment any of the questions that we had as far as, like which of these new future state books that you're currently reading. Do you like the Teen Titans regular cover more, or do you like the variant cover more? Stuff like that. I can't remember everything, but we're rambling through. So, if you with us, let us know. We'll definitely acknowledge you. Definitely forgot to list the people that have currently subscribed or anything, but I don't think
we didn't have any new ones.
We didn't have any new ones. Okay, so right now
lost one.
Huh?
We lost one.
We lost one?
R.I.P.
Oh, all right. Well, so much for that. Well, we're currently at 405 subscribers. We did a giveaway last week, which Joel was actually the winner of. Still gotta get your information on sending that out. I was talking to Slan and was like, maybe I could go ahead and ship it out since we're within a close proximity. It maybe won't take nearly as long. The Teen Titans book that I got today magically popped up, so I don't know. Maybe they're starting to get things picking up a little bit more, and I can probably have this out to you within by next week or something like that. Let me know. And as usual, guys, keep us locked in, and thanks for watching. Peace.